Oh, it's about to get Smurfy up in here. The way you Marvel fans were about Fantastic Four, the way you DC fans were about Superman trailer, that's how I'm about to be right now for these freaking Smurfs, these Smurfing Smurfs. In case you're new here, let me just tell you, I love a lot of nostalgia, but Smurfs was my OG. I used to be such a huge fan of the Smurfs cartoon growing up. I collect Smurf merchandise, read Smurf comics, watch Smurf cartoons, seen all the Smurf movies, and now we got a brand new Smurf movie with Rihanna as Smurfette. Smurf. I am so excited. Do not judge me. I am a grown man excited about Smurfs. Let's go. Smurf, yeah.
Hey everyone, I'm
Hey.
Smurfette.
Yeah, you do.
Movie, and I can't wait for you all to see it this summer. So check
I
out
love
the
the animation style that they have. Uh-oh.
When we need a hero, look up.
Little Superman reference.
I think I just smurfed my pants.
They gotta do it. Oh my gosh! I love the animation.
Every Smurf.
It's like the Peanuts movie. There's Grouchy.
Influencer.
Influencer Smurf, no!
The coolest Smurf in the whole village.
Isn't it grand living in a place where nothing ever
This
goes
is
wrong?
so cool. It looks so good.
Everyone, listen to me. You're lying
Uh-oh.
or in terrible danger.
Sky portal.
The village isn't safe anymore.
Oh, with the comic style bubbles and everything. Oh!
To save their world, run away. They must come.
Oh no, they're coming back to Earth! We're Sonic and the Hedgehog, and they've done this! They did Paris already! Oh man, we started so strong. We started so strong.
You Smurfs don't know Smurf about Smurf.
I can smurf that Smurf up and have it delivered to your house.
That sounds like a load of Smurf.
Hey, stick a Smurf in it.
Oh my gosh.
This is the handiwork of the evil wizards.
Gargamel! Oh man.
Play a game called Let's Squish a Smurf till all you Smurfs are squashed.
That doesn't sound like a fun game.
Team up with new allies.
We're the International Neighborhood Watch Smurfs, Paris Division.
It's so interesting because so much of it is in full animation and so much of it also in real world. It's such an interesting.
New dimension.
Okay. Ah! They're announcing the Smurfs video game! The classic Smurfs video game, the ColecoVision. Wow!
Gum.
Okay.
Food delivery for Rosmel the Wizard.
So you can just order any kind of food from anywhere.
Absolutely. Just make sure you tip the driver ahead of time or they'll lick everything.
July 18th. Okay. This is my emotions with this right here. There's so many things that are cool about this and I love about this. And there's so many things where I'm going, oh, I wasn't expecting that. Are we doing that again? And then, then back up. Okay. So let's start with all the stuff I absolutely love. I love this animation. We've seen the Smurfs obviously in 2D. We've seen them in CG, but this is a nice little hybrid that they're doing. The first movie I thought about was the Peanuts movie, where it's clearly 3D CG animation, but they're definitely putting a lot of 2D elements in their faces and their eyes, and definitely having the things like the bubbles pop up. That's straight from the comic books. They would always have like question marks or exclamation points when they were thinking about things in the comics. All the stuff in Smurf Village looks good. Gargamel looks great. Apparently Gargamel and Papa Smurf now have a brother that I guess are in the real world. But yes, of course, there is the whole thing of they're going to the real world. We did this with the Neil Patrick Harris movies. I used to always be upset about that. I've gotten better because I've seen movies like Sonic the Hedgehog as of late where they've been able to be more creative on how they're able to do that. And it seems like the Smurfs are going in that route, even though they are in the real world. It seems like they're still focusing on their adventure as opposed to what happened with the Neil Patrick Harris movies, where it was like they got to the real world and it was basically focused on his character and then they were kind of the sidekicks. It seems like even if they're going to be in the real world, it's going to still be focused on them. So as long as that's the case, I'll be able to handle it. But the moment I saw that portal, I was like, oh, here we go. As soon as that portal was in the sky, I was like, we going to Earth, baby. Here we come. Looks like they're gonna have some more Smurfs. Looks like they're introducing possibly another female Smurf. I was curious if they're going to continue the continuity here. I'm gonna get nerdy with Smurfs the way people get with Marvel and DC. Okay, so Smurfette was the female Smurf for a long time because Gargamel created her, and then eventually we got Sassette, who was a Smurfling that the Smurflings created because there were a couple of Smurfs that went into Father Time's place, got turned into kids. They were Smurflings, and then they went and found Gargamel's formula and made a little girl Smurf. And then eventually later we found out there was a nanny Smurf that was not created by Gargamel, but that's usually been like the female Smurf quotient. And then when the Smurfs The Lost Village came out, they introduced the fact that there was another village, Smurfy Grove, where it was all female Smurfs. So we realized there were other female Smurfs that existed, even though in that world, Smurfette was still created by Gargamel. So I don't know what the case is going to be with this one, that they're even going to deal with that, because the television series that came on that was airing on Nickelodeon was in the same universe as Smurfs The Lost Village. I'm getting the vibe that this might be a completely different timeline altogether. We got a Smurfs multiverse, y'all, because I'm curious if they're going to even reference the Smurf that was created by Gargamel thing, or if she's just going to be a Smurf straight through and through. And it looks like there might be even some Smurfs that are already in the real world from what I could tell from just the trailer. But we'll see when the actual movie comes out. Some of them are going to be main characters. Some of them are going to have a couple of lines. Of course, they're going to always try to figure out ways to reference our current world with the Smurf world. So now there's an influencer Smurf. But because Smurfs have been around for a very long time, they of course are going to make some nostalgic references in there. I personally loved in the trailer that they made a reference to the old school Smurfs video game that was on Atari and ColecoVision. That was a nice deep cut. I like that. Keep doing stuff like that in the movie and I'll accept your real world. I was a little nervous about them going to Earth. I will be legit because, you know, we've been there before, not only with this franchise, but with many others. But I love that animation style and I love that it seems to be 100% about the Smurfs. Whether they're in Smurf Village or the real world, it seems like it's 100% focused on the Smurfs. So if it keeps that energy, if it keeps that action, that should be a lot of fun. Of course, there's going to be some fish out of water jokes of, oh, like with the whole door delivery thing, the food delivery thing. But that is true. Always tip your food delivery people. But yeah, man. So I'm still optimistic about this. There's still a lot of it that's there that I'm going, I think I can work with this. I think it seems like they're doing a nice hybrid this time of real world with Smurfs and full CG versus either being full CG or just being mostly real world with a couple of CG things going on. So, which I understand, because again, I know it ain't for me. I know they're not catering this movie to people who grew up on the actual Smurfs back in the 80s. They are catering it to a new generation of youngsters. They're trying to get the Gen Zs and Alphas to like a Smurf. I get it, but don't think my old nostalgic Smurf itself won't be in that theater in July. Was this July 10th? Oh my God. So Fantastic Four, Superman, Jurassic World, and Smurfs. Don't even talk to me in July. I'm busy. That A-list card is going to be working hard. That Regal Unlimited is going to be burning up. I'm going to be the only dude on the internet excited about this Smurfs movie. And I don't care. Smurfs, baby. La, 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 like and subscribe.